Well, good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, depending on where you are. We're really excited to start our webinar presenting our MACQUEE finalists. We would normally love to do this live and in person, and we're very excited to be able to do that again next year in Chicago. But for now, we're really still thrilled to have these three presenters with us and to give you some highlights of our MAC awards. What I'm going to do today is in between the presentations for the MACQUEE finalists, we're going to highlight some of our gold award winners. So it's really exciting to be able to share some of those finally with all of you. After the webinar today, you'll be able to get a link to our awards gallery to see all of the awards and winners. Even with the challenging year that we've had over the last year plus 15, 16 months, we saw so many amazing entries come through, and we're just really proud of all the work that everyone has been doing in our industry. So again, we're really excited to share all of this. Of course, we had a great panel of judges to help us judge all of these awards. And so we really want to thank them for all of their efforts as well. So with that, so that we can get into the presentations pretty quickly, I am going to go ahead and highlight some of our gold award winners. And again, I'll just break this up throughout the session, and we'll get to see some of the winners. And here we go. Okay, so the first set of winners for annual report, gold, Whitefish Credit Union, and the Otis annual report, Synergent Agency, and University Credit Union. For broadcast video, Moments That Matter, Whitefish Credit Union. Business development, new teacher orientation, Apple Federal Credit Union, and Global Credit Union, Taste of the Town. Community engagement, Champions for Change, P1 FCU, the College Scholarship 2020, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union. Cron 4 salutes essential workers from Safe America Credit Union, and COVID-19 safe events from Community Choice Credit Union. And for comprehensive campaign, gold, Listerhill's Loans That Pay You Back, Listerhill Credit Union, and Weir Stewart Agency. All right, Delynn, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you to introduce our first presenter.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. Happy to be here today, and very happy to have with us Ashira Quabelli. Did I say that correctly, Ashira? I've been practicing, so... But if I screwed it up, just tell me. And she is the Marketing Communications Coordinator from Freedom Federal Credit Union. And she's going to be presenting her campaign, hashtag Freedom to Help Challenge. Just one thing I wanted to note before she gets started, there will be no Q&A session for any of the finalists, but they have included their contact information. So if you do have questions about their campaigns, please feel free to reach out to them after the webinar today. So anyway, go ahead, Ashira, take it away.
Thank you, Delynn, and good morning and good afternoon, wherever you are, and a big hello from Freedom Federal Credit Union. It's truly an honor to be considered for a MACQUEE Award, and we're so excited to share our viral community outreach campaign with you all today. We hope that you find that the hashtag Freedom to Help Challenge is not just an interesting idea, but actually a useful one that you could potentially make work at your own credit union with your own spin on it. And that's how we've organized this presentation to make it useful for you. So I am Ashira Quabelli. Like Delynn said, I'm the Marketing Communications Coordinator here at Freedom Federal Credit Union. And we are going to get right into it. So let's start off with where we were at with our social media strategy prior to launching this campaign. We asked ourselves, how can we leverage social media in a new way that is engaging, is community focused, and would grow our social audience? So we had already tested the idea of doing a viral social media contest over the summer in a little contest we called hashtag Summer of Freedom FCU. And it had great success. It gave us many, many page likes, but now summertime was over, and we wanted to leverage our social media in a new way that is all of these things, engaging and community focused and all of that. Now, for some background, like most credit unions, we are affiliated with dozens of nonprofits out in our community. And yet, as you well know, it's notoriously difficult to engage those nonprofit volunteers, donors, and other stakeholders in the actual credit union. We can put in all the support we want, but then, what do you get out of those relations? How can we actually gain traction with those supporters? So we felt there was this need to be different. And here's what we knew going into it. So Freedom has a community charter. We serve Harford and Baltimore County, Maryland. It's mostly suburban with some rural areas in the mix. Freedom exists in a saturated market that's made up of all those big name banks you've heard of, community banks, and several other local credit unions. I'm sure some of you guys are in the room today listening. And we know that Freedom exists in a community that's well known for volunteerism, philanthropy, and is literally home to thousands of other of nonprofit organizations. And of course, like Freedom, all of our competitors are involved in helping local organizations. So we felt like it was important to really connect to our mission. And so entered the hashtag Freedom to Help Challenge. So what it is an original concept that's going to embody the credit union philosophy of people helping people. This was the most important piece. But secondly, it's going to be a way to deeply engage with nonprofit organizations, their volunteers, their donors, and all those community supporters. And it's going to be a way to help us to increase our social followers, our reach, and our engagement on our social pages. Now, we also came to find out that the challenge was going to be something that very literally our entire organization could rally behind and be a part of. So from inception to design to marketing, our entire CU got to participate both in shaping it and making it a success. And we'll talk a little bit more about that too. So you're probably wondering by now, okay, what is this Freedom to Help thing? So to get right to it, this is a 6-week social challenge. It's inspired by the giving season. It takes place in November and December. And it's also inspired by that credit union philosophy of people helping people. And what it does is it asks the community to submit pictures across Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, showcasing local volunteerism for the chance to win a $1,000 charitable donation to the charity of their choice, among other weekly prizes. Now, it turned out that this little challenge of ours was going to be a real game changer when it came to engaging nonprofits in our community. Both existing partners and many other small and large local nonprofit organizations. They would love the publicity, they love celebrating their volunteers, and they loved Freedom for bringing the community together in a totally new way to highlight their causes. Now, a big part of this challenge was the voting aspect. So where that engagement came from were these live voting periods that we held on our Facebook page throughout the challenge. So the way it worked is people would submit all week long using our hashtag, and then we'd collect those and highlight our weekly finalists on each Friday during the campaign, during like a couple hours of public voting period. And people would log into our Facebook page and they would like the picture that represented the cause they wanted to vote for. Internally, we actually allowed our employees to vote at the same time. So we shared an internal vote and our employees got to look at all of the things, and we would tally those votes in at the end and they served like almost like our wild card factor. So it kept the winner a secret until we went and announced it on our social media challenges. So it was both fun for the employees and it kept the participants guessing to the very end too. It was a great way to connect with both the community and our entire staff all at once. So we actually first begun this challenge back in 2018 to pretty great results. We ran it again in 2019. We didn't really change the creative much, but the results were good. They weren't great. They were a little bit diminished, I'll say. And then in 2020, chaos, international pandemic. And I'm sure we're all aware that nonprofits were especially hit hard, not just with their struggle to find volunteers and the usual support that they were getting. But it was hard all around for our nonprofit partners. So we felt it was more important ever to bring this campaign back bigger, brighter, stronger than ever. And so we had 2 years to learn from. And we took that information and we kind of redesigned the campaign in 2020 to make it better. And we wanted to really jazz it up. So we went with a design template, and we actually built this ourselves using a program called Canva. And if you aren't using Canva, it's a great tool. You don't have to be a professional designer to use it. You just need to know your way around a mouse, basically, and you can design some pretty cool stuff. So we designed this template ourselves, and we wanted to be able to use it in every aspect of the campaign to make it as cohesive as possible. And that's exactly what we did. So we designed 65 social posts over this 8-week period. I'm pulling up some examples of what we made. Now, the contest itself was 6 weeks long, but the campaign is 8 weeks because at the beginning, we do kind of a soft launch to introduce the community to what the contest is going to be about and what we're asking for. Then it's 6 weeks of submissions, followed in the last week, in the 8th week, by the grand finale showdown. So it's actually an 8-week campaign. We designed these 65 posts. They went out over Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We kept our focus on Facebook. Twitter and Instagram were secondary to this, and we more so directed traffic to our Facebook page since that was our goal for the contest. But yes, Canva, people, if you're not using Canva, please look it up. So what were our tools for success here? Internally, it was important for us to stay organized. So we used a social content guide. You've seen these before. Here's just a little snapshot. You got your date, your picture, your copy, when it went out, what channels it was going out on, and any notes to tag organizations or whoever on this. And we wrote up like a 1-page facilitator guide just so that anyone in our department could easily run the contests during those live voting periods, that it didn't just fall on one person. So anyone could use those guidelines and instructions to make sure that those voting periods were meaningful and engaging. And we stayed engaged during those voting periods. We responded to people's comments with enthusiasm and just made it great fun for everyone involved. So externally, we did press releases before the contest and after the contest. For compliance, of course, we had contest rules. We did a little video, which is linked there for you, and we did a landing page on our website. So I'm not going to explore all these links here for timing, but you'll get the slides after the presentation. So here are some examples of our submissions. These are all local nonprofits and volunteers, and we would often receive many photo submissions all at once from our entrants. So we learned to just quickly plop them into either Canva or another online collage tool. So we'd collage them together with their logo and then plop them into our template. It worked out great because we would do this right before announcing them either as a weekly winner or a grand finals winner. And then all that sharing and liking and commenting would start all over again. Once they saw them in the template, they got really excited. And so the whole process continued and the engagement really skyrocketed. So the results say it all. So check out this chart. These are our engagement analytics just pulled from Facebook. And you see that on the left side are our 8 weeks prior to the contest. So let's call that our base. And then on the right side is our engagement during the 8-week campaign. So you see it's skyrocketing, reactions, comments, shares, everything is taking these really big jumps. Those really big jumps are during those live voting periods where the engagement on our page just goes absolutely bananas. If you try this in your own credit union, you will be shocked at what you see. Now, I know it looks really small on the left, but I promise we're very active on our social media pages. So we are actually getting good engagement there on the left. But when you in what's true given the size of our community. Oh, it's saying my internet connection is unstable. I hope you can still hear me.
Ashira, I think we lost you for just a moment, but you seem to be back now.
Okay, I apologize. It says my internet connection is unstable. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Hopefully we're good now.
You're good for right now.
You're good.
But I was saying Facebook reached 58,000, which was really, truly a great figure given that in that 8 weeks prior, we reached 5,200, and that's with our usual posts of financial literacy, of our community posts, and we're generally pretty active. So that is 1,022% above the base figure and 46% above our goal to reach 5,000 people weekly. But our real KPI was going to be around new page likes for our Facebook page. So we had a base figure of 23 page likes. That's how many page likes we gained in the 8 weeks leading up to the contest. You know, respectable figure. If you're active on your social media page, hopefully you're getting that over about 8 weeks. We set a goal of 250 new page likes during the contest, and that's what we, based off of previous contests we've run, we were hoping for. We got an actual volume of 309 new page likes during this campaign. So 1,243% above that base number and 23.6% over our goal. Now, almost 1,370 people casted votes with a like on our contest posts. So with that resulting in 309 new page likes, that means 22.6% of those likes were converted into actual social media followers. So to semi-quote Jay-Z here, I got 99 problems, but a like ain't one. Okay, so I just want to touch for a few minutes on that grand finale blowout. So we do this instead of doing like a 4-hour voting period on a Friday, we do a full 24-hour vote in the 8th week of the campaign. So those weekly winners then compete as finalists for a $1,000 charitable gift. And their supporters are encouraged to share, tag their friends, like to vote, and all that. So here is the actual post screenshot from our grand finale post. This went out December 15th, so it says things like, let the voting begin. This is for all the jingle bells. Vote now with a like or a love on your favorite cause. So just to note, the prizes to make a campaign like this work don't have to be huge. you'll see in a minute what we spent on this campaign, but $1,000, it was really not about the money for anyone who was participating. At the end of the day, the publicity for the nonprofit participants was worth its weight in gold. It kept nonprofits coming back year after year. It kept volunteers coming back to share their photos year after year. They've continued to participate, and more have continued to participate. So on this one post, this is our grand finale post, we received 736 votes. That's the equivalent of saying post likes, 226 post shares, 110 post comments, and reached over 14,000 people. That's completely organic, no paid advertising, just from supporters of these causes sharing their pictures. This one post got us 120 new Facebook followers. And keep in mind, these followers, they're local people who are invested in their community. They're not, they're not people from, out of the country or anything. These are almost all local people in our state and in our county who are like-minded individuals. They believe in the concept of people helping people. So we knew they would be good credit union social media followers. Now, most of the campaign, in fact, really all of the campaign, is extremely heartfelt and genuine. We keep it very focused on our nonprofit partners, our nonprofit participants, and the causes that they are working so hard to carry out. But during that 24-hour showdown, as we call it, we see it as a time to kind of let our hair down and have a good time with the participants. So we go ahead and schedule posts, and we use Hootsuite, but you can use any social media scheduler for a contest like this. And we schedule just some fun things throughout the night to keep people engaged with the contest as they're plugging away, trying to get votes for their causes. So like at 3 a.m., we got our little elf on the shelf dude saying, can't sleep, put down the remote and the late night snacks and visit Facebook to cast a vote for your favorite local charity in the hashtag Freedom to Help challenge. Now, big in 2020 was our ability to get interest from a local broadcast outlet. They came on site to do a segment about the contest and actually agreed to do a follow-up segment on our contest winner, which they did. Both those segments aired at least twice on live air and then reached thousands more through their website. I'm not going to play this for you today, but again, that link's going to be in your slide deck when you receive it. So what did we invest in this? Our direct costs were really insignificant, honestly. $350 in weekly prizes. We did $50 gift cards. In past years, we did $25 gift cards and a coffee mug. $1,000 grand prize. And we did one paid placement just to kind of try it out this year. And that was $1,500 towards an e-blast with a media partner. Altogether, we spent less than $3,000, $2,850 on this campaign in direct costs. Those e-blast results I just have coming up on the right there, they were actually very successful. We sent out 100,000 emails. The open rate was great, well above industry average, 21.6%, and the click-through rate was more than twice the industry average at 3.25%. So we may actually do that again, but just wanted to try that out this year. We didn't do any print this year because it was COVID. Our lobbies were closed to foot traffic, so there was really no point in printing anything, but we have done that in past years, and that will raise your price a little. Non-expense tactics, we did video, we did a dedicated web page, we did a homepage call out, member e-newsletter, member email, outdoor digital signage, press releases, like I mentioned before, pre and post, and that earned media coverage I mentioned. The biggest tactic is staying engaged through the contest. It's that engagement throughout our staff. And that is really what drives the success of the campaign, is that it's a team effort and it's being genuine and responsive on your social media pages through the contest period. So just finishing up here, why it's so great. I can't really say enough about it. We can't really say enough about it, but there's really something for everyone with a campaign like this. It's good for the community, it's good for the credit union, and it's fun for everyone involved. My additional news here is actually the winner of the contest in years 1 and 3 opened business banking accounts with Freedom, and we're now their primary financial partner. So that in itself would have been worth it. But there was just so much more to gain. The willingness of the nonprofits to participate in the contest, was wonderful. I mean, we made sure that the benefit to our local charities was the main focus of the challenge. And one great benefit was that it equaled the playing field for both large and small nonprofits. It didn't matter if they were the Boys and Girls Clubs or Habitat for Humanity, or if they were like our winner, Breathe 379, very little known small nonprofit who actually ended up winning, because it really just matters about the strength of your supporters, and small nonprofits have just as strong supporters rooting for them as the bigger ones do. And we really saw that. We had small nonprofits win 2 of the 3 years we did this. And they were so thankful, as you can see in this quote from our most recent winner. They weren't just thankful for the participation or the money, they were thankful for all the publicity and everything that this challenge brought to their causes. So with that being said, I am going to end here and just, oh, my quote's gonna go. I hope I haven't gone over my time, but I just want to say thank you, MAC members, for taking the time to listen to our little Freedom to Help Challenge campaign. It's a little campaign with a big impact, and we have been very excited about it here at Freedom. It's meant a lot to us, and I hope that perhaps it could mean something to you if you decide to take the idea and run with it with your own spin. Again, my name is Ashira Kwabili. If you have any questions or you want to talk through anything, my email address is on the screen. My direct phone number is on the screen. I'm happy to chat about it with you. And we are all at Freedom just excited to be a part of this presentation today. And we thank you and congratulate all the winners of gold, silver, and bronze here today. Congratulations, and I'll thank you for your vote at the end of this thing. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashira. This is such great stuff. It's just such a feel-good campaign and just kind of speaks to what we're all about in credit unions, right? So really exciting. Thank you. All right, so before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and highlight a few more MAC Gold Award winners. So for our new category, Crisis Response, Gold, First Tech Lifestyle Series, First Tech Federal Credit Union, and then Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union in their COVID-19 communications, as well as Community Choice Credit Union in their 2020 COVID response. Culture and internal branding, Listerhill's Process Improvement Extravaganza, PI, Listerhill with Weir Stewart Agency, Meridian Trust Credit Union with their Employee Careers video, and Community Choice Credit Union with their Working from Home COVID response. And then Direct Mail Gold, their marketing automation launch, member onboarding and reboarding, Whitefish Credit Union. Creating memorable experiences beyond account opening, Discovery Federal Credit Union. The Feeling Auto Loan Refinance, Community Choice Credit Union. And Financial Education Gold, Money Wisdom Blog, Hanscom Federal Credit Union, and Commonwealth FinLit Programs, Commonwealth Central Credit Union. All right. And with that, I will pass it back to Delynn to introduce our next presenter.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, next up we have Drew Edwards, who is the marketing project manager from Listerhill Credit Union, and he'll be presenting loans that pay you back.
All right, Delynn, thank you so much. I'm just going to make sure we're good to go.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
All right, great. Well, congratulations to the gold winners so far, and congratulations to all the nominees for the MACQUEE. My name is Drew Edwards, and I'm one of the 2 marketing project managers at Listerhill. And my role has an emphasis on supporting our business units, and that includes consumer lending. And I just want to say it's a huge honor for me to represent our marketing team, our credit union, our creative partners at Weir Stewart, and this area in consideration for the MACQUEE. I also want to say thanks to each of you that are on this webinar for your contributions to the credit union movement, and also a special thanks to the awards committee for nominating our 2020 loan campaign as a finalist for this great award. And for those of you who don't know where Muscle Shoals is, first of all, you need to watch the Muscle Shoals documentary on Netflix or Prime Video. And second, I'll ask for a golf clap from everyone because Listerhill surpassed $1 billion in assets for the first time in 2020. We're so excited about that. So even though Listerhill had not run a targeted loan campaign since 2012, we had steadily grown consumer loans year over year. However, in late 2019, we had noticed a trend of negative loan growth that had started in July. We not only had loans that were organically falling off the books, but we also had loans that were paying off or transferring away from Listerhill at an alarming rate. Now, this trend of negative loan growth turned into an average of negative 20% monthly loan attrition during the first 3 months of 2020. And normally I like seeing red, but that's Listerhill red that I like. This kind of red was alarming, especially since we were heading into loan season with much lower loan growth than was expected across all consumer loans and in multiple locations. And to compound our problems even more, and pardon the pun, we had a money market account promotion which launched in February that was very well received and increased our deposits so much we now needed to loan out a lot of money in a hurry. And in fact, this is the first time that we've ever cut off a campaign a month early in my time at the credit union. And does anybody remember what happened around March last year? Yeah, I do too. Flavor Flav and Public Enemy split up after 35 years together. Yeah, I know that was hard to believe, but there was also this pandemic thing that I'm still trying to block out. Okay, so we had double-digit negative loan growth. We had ballooning deposits, and that was even pre-stimulus. And now preparing to close branches because of COVID-19. And what that sounds like is a perfect storm. And this terrible photo is from the movie, just for those of you that remember that. That was a perfect storm against loan growth. So what do? Well, sadly, a lot of credit unions will send out an SOS to marketing. But as many of you well know, it takes a cross-sectional team, it takes a plan, and it takes a well-executed strategy to pull off the kind of loan growth that we needed during a pandemic year. Fortunately, we had begun in January with departmental planning sessions, and that branched out through cross-sectional teams of the credit union to develop goals and concepts for a new loan campaign. And through the feedback of our loan personnel that were throughout our service area, we concluded that members might be interested in receiving cashback offers as well as refinancing with lower rates. And I just want to say this is really important. Listen to your people that have the conversations with your members every day. So we decided on a cash give back of 1.5% because it was similar to what we paid for indirect loans through dealerships, but the give back would only apply to new consumer loan dollars that came through direct auto loans or personal loans or recreation loans. And just so you know, we excluded mortgages and HELOCs, credit cards, lines of credit, business loans, indirect loans, and deposit products. Members could still refinance loans, but only new dollars would receive this cash give back. And so we started the campaign on April 6th. and it was originally going to go through July 11th. And then retail said, hey, let's run that through August 31st. And then it was September 30th, then October 31st. And they said, what the heck, December 31st. So our primary objective was to grow consumer loans, auto, personal, and recreation loans by 10% over our 2019 totals. And that was to draw attention to this give back. Again, it was 1.5% of the new loan amount with no cap. And so we wanted to employ a fresh, modern look through a diverse mix of advertising mediums. But we also encouraged our staff to use the loan opportunities to cross-sell. And I know for some people in credit union land, this it's a dirty word, but we wanted to cross-service. We wanted to cross-sell by adding another loan or product. And we wanted to make it harder for someone to leave us when a refinance offer came their way. So our team set some fairly lofty goals, especially considering our numbers were not showing any strength during the first 3 months of the year. We set a goal of $87.8 million in total consumer loans, and that would include refinances. However, we wanted $78.9 million of that to be new money to the credit union. So a little later in the campaign, we also set a goal of $1 million in give back to our members. And again, at the time, it's something that we hadn't done in quite a while, but we wanted to set a good goal for us to try and hit. So as we look at our target group, the general target group for this promotion was members and non-members from the ages of 25 through 55, and that was throughout Northwest Alabama and South Central Tennessee. Overall, we were looking at around 300,000 people. And our focus during the promotion was to show those physical items, like show the cars and the trucks and ATVs and boats and RVs in our advertising. And that was to bring that campaign to life and create interest in the items during these peak lending times in our service area. However, we also wanted to be smart with our dollars. We wanted to use pre-approved lists of those in our service area who did not have consumer loans with Listerhill, and we targeted them with direct mail, which for us has been very successful over the past few years. We also use quarterly reports from our Consumer Reporting Bureau to identify members with consumer loans that were outside of Listerhill, and we generated lists to be able to send emails, online banking messages, and Facebook ads to those who didn't have marketing or solicitation flags on their accounts. And so these pre-approved member and non-member groups consisted of about 45,000 people, of course, in that same geographic area. So one of the priorities for our team was to make sure that the process had great flow, not only for the member, but also for our loan staff. Now, calculating 1.5% cash back seems easy, but when you're dealing with thousands and thousands of dollars, time and speed matter. So we worked on internal improvements to our loan application software to make sure that our loan officers were prompted with the right questions and that they had to answer them correctly in order to proceed. And this wizard not only calculated the give back, but it would deposit the give back into the member's account quickly, usually the same business day. Don't you just love those fonts? And here's a quick look at our staff sheet. We wanted to put something in their hands to make sure they knew the processes and were able to help the member very, very quickly. So we used many traditional forms of media, such as billboards, newspaper, radio, television, which we'll show in just a moment, as well as flyers and yard signs. We also use strategic placement on Facebook and Instagram, as well as digital ads and digital signage. Our landing page reflected what so many people in this area wanted to do since they couldn't go to the beach anymore. Those were closed. They simply wanted to get a boat and go to the lake. But since people weren't making long trips, the next best thing was their own backyard. Sometimes that backyard was a nature trail, it was a creek or an open field, and an ATV. Even our pre-approved mailer depicted the spirit of the open road. And we found that people were still in the market for new and used cars throughout the year. Now, when our branches finally did start to open back up with distance measures in place, it was important for our members to have this offer right in front of them using every way that we could, whether it was a piece of name tag flare or POS, something that would draw their eye, or whether it was flyers, anything that we could use to make sure that that offer and that campaign was prominent. It was important that we kept it in front of our members by providing the fastest ways for them to apply and also let them know how the Give Back campaign was going. And you can see that here that by around June, we had already given back over $300,000. And here's the working storyboard for our TV ad. And before I show the ad to you, I want to say that before the pandemic, we had the most over-the-top ad in mind that you could possibly think of. We wanted members driving their trucks through the mud, speeding across the water in their boats, tearing across the field in their ATVs, and then even having a guy with a money gun shoot a huge plume of cash into the air. Yeah, so plan B. We had to rewrite our TV ad to reflect a more muted tone and a more muted look to reflect the social distancing. Even the people helping us with our production could barely even get to the set because on the day of production, only essential workers were allowed to be on the roads. Everyone was wearing masks until someone said action. And of course, you had social distancing all around the set. So keep that in mind. Here's Loans That Pay You Back, TV ad number 1.
No matter what life throws your way, we at Listerhill are here to help you through it. Right now, for a limited time, we're giving 1.5% cash back on any loan over $2,500. Even on existing loans you bring us. So, watch the sunset on the river, load up the truck, and head out for a picnic. Or forge a new trail. We're here for you through anything, so you can keep enjoying everything else.
Well, keep in mind that during a campaign, especially as long as this one was, you have to be flexible. We became aware of opportunities with local boat dealers to let them know that we could offer a longer term on our boat loans. And you have a lot of people, they just want to get the lowest payment that they can. So we wanted to let them know about that in addition to our great rates. We also sent out some more targeted mailers that continued to show our progress with the Give Back. And we also redirected some of our efforts by getting people near our southern branches. We had 4 branches in particular where we got them not only to move their loans, but also their checking accounts. Since we found out that a local competitor was purchased by an out-of-state bank. So this mini campaign included direct mail and included ads on Facebook. We used emails that were targeted to members with loans that were outside of Listerhill, but also no checking accounts. And so as we continued through the campaign and to increase momentum toward the end of the promotion, we launched a final phase that included modified art on our billboards. Here you can see a camper and a campfire. This was reflecting what more of our members were looking for during particular seasons. And we had data that told us which loans seemed to gain more in popularity. So we wanted to reflect that also in our new digital and social ads. Of course, a redesigned landing page. We even had a fall theme mailer that reflected those things, and emails that were used to follow up as well. And here's our second TV ad that features some great news.
Make fall fun with extra cash, courtesy of Listerhill Credit Union. That's right, you'll automatically get 1.5% cash back on any loan over $2,500. So if it's an autumn for adventure, we'll help you escape. And if you're dreaming of shiplap, we'll help you make your house home. Or bring us your existing loan. You'll get 1.5% cash back on that too. This year alone, we've given our members over $1 million in cash back. You can apply online at listerhill.com or visit your local branch.
All right. So as you can imagine, we tracked a lot of things during this campaign, as we well should have. And there's a ton of numbers that I could share with you, but we'd be here all day, so I'm not going to do that. But before we share those numbers, I do want to stress how important it was for us to track the results of the campaign weekly, and not just track our results, but to share them with our loan staff often. There were always good opportunities to identify areas of improvement for us to make adjustments, because it was a long slog from April through December. But at each step of the way, we knew right where we were in relation to where we needed to be. So our overall goal for consumer loans was 87.8 million. And we saw our actual volume at 103.8 million. And this was 41.8% over our base number, 18.2% over our marketing goal. Our goal for new consumer loan dollars was 78.9 million. And our actual volume was 83.4. Again, that was new dollars, not just refinanced. And that number was 5.7% over our marketing goal. So during our last loan campaign where we gave back cash to members, we had given back, and that was in 2012, we had given back over $550,000 directly to our members. We had a goal of $1 million for this campaign, and we exceeded that by $250,000. Now that's 1.25 million that went back into local economies and local businesses. And we were excited about that. And as our CEO put it, that's part of the credit union's return to the member, in addition to providing great rates and dividends on savings. And the cherry on top of all of that was that all of our team members got an extra $300 as a thank you for hitting our member give back goal. So how important is it to put strategic marketing and advertising dollars into your campaign? Well, for us, it meant 615 new loan dollars for every dollar that we spent, letting people know about this campaign. So after the smoke settled a little bit, we got to thinking, what does 1.25 million in direct return to our members really mean? We tried to quantify it using a few things that some of us did or that some of us wanted to do during the pandemic. We figured that this could fund nearly 140,000 basic Netflix plans. And if you were going for the premium plan, you'd be looking at around 69,000, at least for 1 month. I could fund 12,019 day passes to Disney. You're also looking at 8,333 nights at a cabin for a family of 4. And around Alabama, you cannot find a cabin anywhere on any weekend, especially you couldn't during the pandemic. It's also 1,000 weekends at the beach for a family of 6. And again, you could go on and on and on, but the impact was almost immeasurable. So as I close today, and again, I'm really thankful for the opportunity. I just want to go beyond the numbers, because as marketers, we like to track our results. We like to put them together in a nice shiny bow so that we can make sure that we have those marketing dollars again next year. And we want to know the exact return that those dollars had, as we should. But sometimes you can't measure the full impact of things like loan campaigns on the lives of your members. But when you get to learn firsthand why it is we do what we do, it's more than about ROI or ROA. It's about people. I'd like for you to meet Trenton and Tracy from Florence, Alabama. They've been members since 2002. They're like many of your members and some of your neighbors. They work, they save, they like to travel whenever they can. They have a son they like to visit. Their dog goes with them wherever they go. And one of their dreams is to travel more, to get out and see places they've never been, to pick up and go whenever they want, to see the sunset while driving on the Natchez Trace. And no, that is not a stock photo. But they don't want to drive around this motorhome while hauling around a load of debt. Now, Trenton didn't get his original loan at Listerhill for his Prevost country coach, which also happened to belong to some unnamed female country music star. I mean, who else would have a bedroom in their RV like this? But when Trenton heard that Listerhill was offering cash back on RV loans, he was able to call Nicole in our e-commerce department. He gave her the information on his loan, and he got back to what he was doing. And within 15 minutes, Nicole called Trenton back with a lower rate, a lower payment, and even a shorter term on his loan. And I want you to take a look at what Trenton did with his cash back. He used the extra cash to finish a Pinterest project his wife had been asking him to do for at least a couple of years. And that was building a gazebo where there used to be an above ground pool in their backyard. Trenton was able to go to Kentucky and purchase the top of a grain silo. And he put up that gazebo piece by piece. Now, Trenton and Tracy enjoy a nice and cool shady spot in the yard, courtesy of their cashback loan at Listerhill. And that's when it hit home for me. Members don't come to us for loans. They come to us for a way to make their living their lives easier and their dreams possible. Whether it's taking his wife Tracy for a weekend road trip or their dog Sally Mae for an excursion down the Natchez Trace, Trennan's goal is not getting a loan. It's getting the most out of his money from people he trusts to help him using the safest and fastest technology and services possible. That's where credit unions can provide the most return for their members. Now, if you have any questions about our campaign, please don't hesitate to contact me using this email. I would really appreciate your vote for the MACQUEE, because this loan campaign was about a lot of people here at Listerhill. It was about a lot of people coming together and making 2020 the best year ever for consumer loans in our 68-year history. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Drew. Again, such good stuff. I loved your comment in the beginning about how this was not just a marketing thing, right? So I'm always thinking I want to share these presentations with some others on our teams just to get everybody on the same page. But anyway, thank you so much. And I will move on to highlighting some more of our MAC Gold winners before we move on. All right, so for image enhancement, Spire annual meeting and member appreciation event, Spire Credit Union, and then New Dimensions FCU and their onboarding campaign, Agency Synergent. And for logos in the gold category, Highway Credit Union logo and Granite State Credit Union logo, Strum Agency. And then for market segment program gold, SOAR boxes from Listerhill Credit Union, Agency Weir Stewart. So that was their student orientation, advisement, and registration. Mississippi HELOC campaign, Mississippi FCU, Agency Synergent. And then Pelican State Credit Union, bulletin board contest, Pelican State CU. And for newsletters gold, Pathfinder Magazine, IHMVCU, and Southland Times Magazine with Southland Credit Union. Online and print advertising gold, Listerhill's Loans That Pay You Back, Listerhill Credit Union, Weir Stewart Agency. And for outdoor gold, mobile ATM wrap, P1 FCU. All right, and I will hand it back to Delynn to introduce our next presenter. Delynn.
Sorry, hit the wrong button. My bad.
No worries.
Anyway, last but certainly not least, we have Josh Wilson, who is the Vice President of Marketing from Whitefish Credit Union, who will be showing us their presentation for Moments That Matter.
Well, hello, everybody. Greetings from Montana. My name is Josh, and I'm happy to share our MACQUEE Moments That Matter. We were nominated for our slate of video ads. So while each of our ads include lots of campaigns around it, we're going to focus on only our video ads. So we got kind of excited here at the credit union. We got a small team of 4 of us, and we wanted to create a video, of course, to help show all of our different videos. So with that, I'm going to share our videos.
Hi, beautiful day, isn't it? Sorry for the mess. We just stopped for a quick lunch break the Montanan way. I'm Elizabeth, a brand marketing specialist at Whitefish Credit Union. From Megan, Josh, Carrie, and myself, thanks for stopping by. We're excited to show you what we've been up to. Montana, an outdoor lover's paradise. Wherever our members find themselves, where they bank should give them confidence to live the Montana lifestyle that they want.
We are so excited to be nominated for the MACQUEE this year. We're going to show our slate of video ads that ran throughout 2020. Whitefish Credit Union has 60,000 members and over $2 billion in assets. We are community chartered and located within the northwest part of Montana. Now, for our Whitefish Credit Union brand, we want to highlight the outdoors and be known as an outdoor brand. Our members fish, they ski, they climb up sheer rock walls, and we want to support their lifestyle. We use local filmmakers and shoot on location in Montana. We want our members to see the different locations throughout our community and recognize them in each of our TV spots. Each of our ads feature areas that are within 30 minutes drive of one of our branches. Our goal is to focus on moments that matter and highlight the Montana lifestyle.
With that, these two commercials are a compilation of the beautiful state of Montana we live in. These two general branding ads were able to be ran concurrently with other campaigns throughout the year. Enjoy.
Montana is the place to live your dreams, to start a business, to build a home, to have the financial freedom to explore all Montana has to offer. Our dream? Well, that's for you to live yours. And for over 85 years, that's exactly what we have done. Discover why more Montanans are choosing Whitefish Credit Union for their financial needs. Montana is the land dreams are made of. The skies are heavenly. The mountains are playgrounds, and the weather's always thrilling. From Main Street to the highest peaks, Whitefish Credit Union is here to help with your biggest dreams. Our dream? Well, that's for you to live yours. Discover why more Montanans are choosing us for their financial needs.
Whitefish Credit Union is focused on lending. And for the first campaign that we launched was about home loans. Now with the pandemic, we didn't know how home loans would be received. But within the first 4 months of the year, we had record-breaking number of applications. And by the end of 2020, we had over $270 million funded in new home loans. That's over 74% of our goal. Now our marketing approach is simple. We do not advertise rates. In fact, if you go to our website, you can't easily find our interest rates. Instead, we focus on the Whitefish Credit Union brand and connecting our members with what's important to do with our products. For us, that's family.
At the end of the day, we know how good it feels to have a place of your own. It's not just a living space, it's your home. Apply for a loan today and let Whitefish Credit Union welcome you home.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and moments that matter are important to us at Whitefish Credit Union. We're not fishing for compliments, we're just hooked on providing our members with the financial stability to live their dream, whatever that might be. In these commercials, we reeled in our members by showing them how much they could save with our great credit card. These commercials took us all year to make, but we are efficient and got it done so we can show Montanans living the Montana lifestyle in all seasons. We ran a targeted campaign on social media and Hulu, reaching over 28,000 people. You know, not everybody can pull off waders in a vest like this, much like not every bank can beat our great credit card. Did you know we saw 450% ROI on these commercials? It's astounding. There are plenty of fish in the sea, but why go anywhere else than your backyard to find a financial institution that helps support your outdoor lifestyle? Check out these two social media ads from last year's campaign.
Help me!
This credit card helps you save. This credit card helps you save.
Hey there, my name is Megan Erickson, and I am also a brand marketing specialist here at Whitefish Credit Union. Being a Montana native, I believe that Montana is the last best place. It truly is one of those states where you get to enjoy all 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. But it also means that we only have 3 months of summer, or how we put it, 90 days. As the weather gets nice, the last place you'll find me or any other Montana resident is chilling at home. We like to take advantage of the warmth while it's here. Winters can be brutal, but luckily we don't have to go far to find adventure, which helps us get out there and enjoy the moment. We set out to help people find the right vehicle that fits their type of adventure. For me, that's my off-roading, 4-wheel drive Jeep Wrangler. It suits my rooftop tent and allows me to take home to any location. Oh, might I add that it also has a memory foam mattress. And I have yet to fall out of it. Getting the right vehicle helps Montanans make moments that matter most, whether it's a Jeep, a camper, a dirt bike, or even a boat. Members are happy to take a break from monthly payments. In fact, consumer loan production grew to 48 million, which was driven by a strong demand of vehicle loans during the summer months. Let's take a look at these ads that help drive this growth.
There are 90 days of summer, 90 chances to watch the sunrise, 90 road trips, 90 lake days, 90 adventures, 90 days to enjoy all Montana has to offer. Make the most of summer with a vehicle loan from Whitefish Credit Union. Apply today and enjoy 90 days of no payments. Create your 90 moments that matter with Whitefish Credit Union. In Montana, we don't have to go far from home to find adventure. Moments in our vehicles are ones that matter. They're where we connect, discover, and dream. That's why Whitefish Credit Union is offering 90 days, no payments on your next vehicle loan. So you could spend summer making moments that matter. Visit whitefishcu.com to apply for a vehicle loan and start planning your next adventure.
This 60-second commercial highlights all 4 seasons of Montana, filmed during all 4 seasons. That's right, this commercial took all year to come together. The star of the show is Parkin Costain. He's a Whitefish local and professional extreme athlete. He's also been a member since the day he was born. In the commercial, you'll see Parkin motocrossing, mountain biking, kite surfing, and ski juring. Ski juring might be new to some of you. And while I won't give away the ending, I will say that one of the biggest challenges we came across was filming at the Mercantile in Polbridge, Montana. About an hour and a half of a dirt road gets you to this iconic 1800s general store. An iconic landmark of the area ran 100% off-grid with the best Huckleberry Bear Claws you've ever had. Nearly every resident of Polbridge is a member of the credit union. All 63 of them came out to help build the winter scene you're about to see. We're excited to say that they had one of the busiest summers in recent memory, with a lot of the visitors mentioning the ad that they saw run locally during the Super Bowl. So now, please enjoy Parkin, Polbridge, and ski juring in the Whitefish Credit Union's 2020 Super Bowl ad. Enjoy.
No matter what you're chasing, where you find yourself,
feels good to be,
or how you get there,
feels good to be confident.
who you bank with should give you the confidence to live your Montana lifestyle. Bank with confidence with Whitefish Credit Union.
Awesome. Well, with that, I am excited to show that, we had a lot of fun making the videos throughout the rest of the year, using original footage and basically filming on location in Montana. One of the things that I think is kind of just a fun tidbit and what we take pride in is that members don't often call in with compliments, but we have our members throughout the year who actually call in and give us feedback about our ads. And to us, that means a lot. So from our team, I want to say thank you on behalf of the judges and members for nominating us for the MACQUEE. And also thank you to my incredible team. You guys are incredibly talented. I know how much this excitement means, and thank you for your guys' support in creating these video ads.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Okay, so now I officially want to visit Montana, and I learned a new word, ski juring. Interesting. So anyways, great stuff. Thank you again. I'm going to present a few more of our MAC Gold Award winners. So we don't want anyone to go anywhere just yet. We have a few things left to cover, and then we'll talk about voting and how that's going to work. So here we go. Point of sale and retail advertising gold, Granite State Credit Union Merchandising Program, Strum Agency. Smart ATM wraps from Listerhill Credit Union, Weir Stewart Agency. Product development gold, Listerhill Mortgage Campaign, Agency Weir Stewart. Rebrand or brand evolution gold, Highway Credit Union brand refresh, Highway Credit Union. Mission Federal Credit Union, rebrand brand evolution, Agency CSB Impact. And Granite State Credit Union, brand look and feel, Granite State Credit Union, Strum Agency. Social media gold, branch manager spotlights, P1FCU. And the hashtag Freedom to Help Challenge viral community outreach campaign from Freedom Federal Credit Union. And sponsorship, partnership marketing, partnership with Shoes That Fix to provide kicks for kids, Listerhill Credit Union, Weir Stewart Agency, Living Local Carolina, Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union. And video non-commercial gold, USC Credit Union, brand training, Agency Lightstream. Mission video, Coosa Valley Credit Union. Living Local Carolina, Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union. Granite State Credit Union branding story video, Agency Strum. And I want to just do a quick congratulations again to all of our winners. We'll give you some more information, and you'll get an email about the entire awards gallery being posted on our website, so you can see all of the silver and bronze winners as well for each category, and then go ahead and take a look at all of the different campaigns that we got to see. So again, congratulations. Really exciting that we had so many awesome entries this year. And then with that, I'm going to hand it over to Mark Walensky, our board chair. We quickly need to do our 2021 MAC annual meeting. So Mark, I'll pass it over to you.
Thanks, Jen. So much like you guys, we too have bylaws that have an annual meeting, and we try to race through our annual meeting as quickly as possible as well. So bear with us for just a minute. First, I'd like to call our annual meeting to order. We do have to cover our election of officers. As Jen mentioned, I am the board chair for MAC, and I will continue into my second term. We do have a new chair-elect, Lynn Jarman Johnson. Our treasurer is Delynn Byers. Our secretary is Danielle Deneau. And we're excited to welcome our newest associate board member, Corella Taylor from Pixel Spoke. So that is we're happy to say that nobody has left our board. I did want to just quickly mention, I wanted to give a shout out to Amber Fielder and Carla McCarran, who did the awards this year. I thought they did a spectacular job. So not that that's part of our annual meeting, but I did want to at least give that shout out to them. So can I get somebody to second the motion to accept our new officers?
Second.
Actually, I guess I need to get a motion first before the second.
Yes.
Can somebody motion?
I move to approve the new election of officers.
And I second.
Thank you, Joe. So that is our annual meeting. We appreciate you guys sitting through it. And back to you, Jen.
Actually, back to Delynn.
Yeah, back to Delynn.
Thank you. Just very quickly, everyone. First of all, congratulations to our MACQUEE finalists, and congratulations to all of our MAC award winners. Following this webinar, shortly following this webinar, you will receive an email that will have the link for you to be able to vote for your favorite MACQUEE finalist. The voting will be open until 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific today. And then shortly, tomorrow, once we get everything tabulated, we'll of course send out an email announcing the winners. The email that you will receive with the link to vote for the MACQUEE finalists will also include a link to the awards gallery. And you can also find that awards gallery on our website, which is macnetwork.org. And I think with that, if I'm not mistaken, that should wrap everything up. We appreciate everyone for attending. Please watch your inbox for the email, which will be coming out shortly, that will allow you to vote, and also keep an eye in your inbox for our next MACQUE, or for our next, excuse me, MAC webinar. Good Lord, I can't talk today. But anyway, Jen, if there's anything else, please go ahead and close this out.
I think you covered it. Thank you again to all of our presenters, and thanks to everyone for attending. Don't forget to vote. Please make sure you vote by the deadline. We want to get as many votes in as possible so that we can crown our new MACQUE winner. So thanks again, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day.